From CBS2, this is a Campaign 2020 Election Night Special Report.
Voters still heading to the polls tonight. Here's a live look at a polling station in Hell's Kitchen on Manhattan's West Side. Good evening, everyone. I'm Maurice DuBois.
And I'm Kristine Johnson. Welcome to our special 2020 election night coverage. We will have live up-to-the-minute results scrolling at the bottom of your screen throughout the evening, and also breaking election news as it happens.
And while we may not have a clear winner by the end of the night, the historic voter turnout was evident today at the polls. People waiting in lines to cast their ballots for president, as well as the key races locally that could shake up the tri-state area. In the city, the Board of Elections says that as of 5 p.m., more than 2,161,000 people voted so far today and in early voting. And we've got just about 40 minutes to go in New Jersey and Connecticut, where the polls close at 8 p.m. Voters in New York have until 9 p.m. to get on those lines to vote.
Now, the NYPD says that they are prepared for any potential unrest tonight.
Some stores have been boarded up, preparing for the worst. CBS2's Bauman live in Nolita with more. Allie.
Well, Maurice and Kristine, there have not been any major incidents in the city so far tonight, but NYPD officials say thousands of extra officers are standing by to help facilitate with any peaceful protests tonight and in the coming days. Officers will also be on the lookout for any outside agitators looking to mix in with protests and take advantage of the lawful demonstrations to steal or create chaos. Windows are boarded up throughout the city as some business owners prepare for any potential unrest the election may bring. Law enforcement sources tell CBS News there is concern the election results may spark protests on either side and potentially lead to violent clashes. There's also concern criminal opportunists may take advantage of the unrest to loot and destroy, as was the case earlier this summer after George Floyd was killed in Minneapolis. NYPD officials say the department is more prepared for potential violence and looting than they were just a few months ago.
As the night goes on, we will continue to have thousands of additional cops at the ready. And our Joint Operations Center will be orchestrating any necessary responses and disseminating any information from our Intelligence Bureau to our cops in the field.
Some stores are still boarding up even at this hour. NYPD officers have also been stationed at all 1,200 polling sites since 6 a.m. to make sure people can vote safely. We're live in Nolita. Allie Bauman, CBS 2 News.
Incredible scene in our city. Allie, thank you.
Also tonight, we are keeping a close eye on several of our local races.
The 11th Congressional District in New York has been called one of the most contentious races in the country. The candidates, Democratic incumbent Max Rose and Republican challenger Nicole Malliotakis, have been engaged in a brutal battle of words. Their district covers Staten Island and South Brooklyn. And a key race on Long Island, the 2nd Congressional District, Democrat Jackie Gordon, Republican Andrew Garbarino vying for the seat vacated by retiring 14-term Congressman Peter King.
And further east on Long Island, another heated race. 3-term incumbent Republican Lee Zeldin and Democrat Nancy Goroff are facing off for New York's 1st District.
And in New Jersey, a major question on the ballot over marijuana. Voters asked to decide whether recreational marijuana should be legalized for adults 21 and older through an amendment to New Jersey's state constitution. A lot to watch here tonight. Our election night coverage continues throughout the evening. Don't forget, you can get up-to-the-minute results at cbsnewyork.com and CBSN New York.
And we are live in another half an hour with another local update here on election night. We will see you then. Stay with us.
This has been a CBS2 campaign.